Historians say that while new archives and national perspectives continue to shape discussions around the Second World War, the global consensus on the horrors of Nazism and the significance of the defeat remains unchanged. Russia, however, continues to push for wider recognition of wartime crimes committed on Soviet territory as genocide, insisting that historical accountability is essential for justice. Speaking in Abuja, the Russian envoy described the May 9 Victory Day anniversary as both a solemn remembrance and a warning against attempts to revise the history of the war. He also criticized the removal of Soviet monuments across parts of Europe.
Russia's position here is absolutely clear. The crimes of Nazi Germany and its allies and collaborators on the territory of the USSR by their nature, scale and systematic character go beyond the traditional understanding of war crimes and must be qualified as an act of genocide against the Soviet people. This conclusion is based on the international law. Above all, the 1948 UN Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, as well as the legal assessments contained in the judgments of Nuremberg Tribunal.
Speaking in Abuja, the Russian envoy described the May 9 Victory Day anniversary as both a solemn remembrance and a warning against attempts to revise the history of the war. He also criticized the removal of Soviet monuments across parts of Europe, arguing that such actions undermine the sacrifice made during the fight against Nazis. Ambassador Andrei Podolyshev stressed the importance of preserving what he described as the historical truth of World War II, during which more than 27 million Soviet citizens lost their lives.
According to the international legal definitions, genocide presupposes the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial or religious group as such. In the case of the population of the Soviet Union, we see all elements of this crime without exception. First, there was a deliberate political and ideological intent. Nazi plans for the colonization of the territories of the USSR openly spoke of the intention to clear the land of its population. This was not an ordinary occupation, but the systematic extermination of a huge part of the population and the transformation of the rest into people with no rights.
More than 8 decades after World War II ended, Victory Day remains more than a remembrance ceremony. It continues to influence national identity, international alliances, and global politics in an increasingly divided world. In Abuja, Linda Ike, Rapid TV News.